She put on the heels, put on the dress, put the address in the GPS.
So, what are you most excited for on this trip?
I'm just really excited for the opportunity to help other people because honestly I've never gotten the opportunity to go on a mission trip before. I do. So I was really excited when I found out about this trip, and I'm just really excited. You eat that Caesar salad. See how other people live and meet the kids and throw their party.
What are you most looking forward to in Texas?
Probably interviewing the people for my project.
Okay. Were your thoughts on immigration like kind of bad before you learned about this, or like what were your thoughts beforehand?
You know, I think that we can have immigrants come to the United States, but I also think that they should probably take the steps to become U.S. citizens.
Okay, what was like the most shocking thing you learned?
Just like how long it took to travel to the U.S. From Honduras, like making the train trip, and how many people did. So yeah, that was surprising.
Okay, what are you most excited about for this trip?
I'm excited to go to the beach.
Sweet.
So Monday morning we started off in Proyecto Azteca with Anne, and she showed us the statistics of immigrants coming into America. Then after that we went to a park on the river of Rio Grande and ate lunch, and then we went and toured the border of surrounding Mexico and Texas.
One thing that kind of impacted me, at least, was when we went to the border wall and there were border patrol people around, and like Amber, our tour guide, showed us that there were like shoes and belongings of people who have like crossed the border, and like we literally like saw their things sitting there, which was really interesting, and it was kind of sad. And then we also saw ladders that they used to like climb over, and they were laying there on the ground.
I think it was really emotional looking into Mexico from our perspective, because when you see it across the fence, there's a gated community from people trying to get in and have their own better life and just live in a better society where they can make a living and feed their children, but we block them out and not giving them a chance.
Been so cold for so long now, I don't remember what the sun feels like. We're getting old inside this house, I don't remember what the breeze feels like. We've gotta go, we gotta get back, gotta get our feet back on the ground.
I'm like a crow on a wire. You're the
Okay, so we did a lot today. Particularly I was in like a closet with a lot of clothes, and we helped like put like socks together and like refolded a bunch of shirts, and then like took the shirts with stains and like took those out because nobody really wants those.
Or if they had inappropriate images or wordings.
Yeah.
We put them in a basket. And then like some other people were like cleaning, and so like they were going around with rags and like cleaning the floor and like kind of cleaning the door handles and like up on the walls, and then
I know like Senora was putting things together for like expecting mothers, or like mothers with like recent children,
like packaging the diapers and packaging milk
and
powdered milk
feminine products.
You're the shining distraction that makes me fly. Oh,
Casas para
Most Most people know of the many immigrants that travel from Central America and Mexico to the United States in search of better lives for themselves and their families. What most people aren't aware of, however, are the hardships that these people must face on their journeys to reach freedom and greater opportunity. These immigrants, the good and hard-working ones, are forced to endure things that most of us could never even dream of surviving. They ride the tops of trains, also known as the Beast. By doing this, they risk falling off the train and being sucked underneath it, which can result in death or the loss of limbs. Jumping onto the moving train, which is often the only way to board, can also result in this same outcome. Rapists are another common issue that these immigrants are forced to deal with. Although both male and female migrants have a higher risk of being sexually assaulted, nearly every woman who embarks on this journey has to face the fact that she will be raped at least once on her journey through Central America and Mexico. Gangs tend to cause many issues for migrants as well. They rob the migrants of the little money or food that they may have. Along with robbing, they tend to beat the migrants, whether they turn over their belongings or not. Many gangs also kill the migrants. Corrupt police are also very common throughout Mexico. Much like the gangs, they rob and beat migrants who have committed no crimes. These are just a few of the many hardships that immigrants must face on their quest to better their existences. This is Luis. Luis was kind enough to speak with me and some other students about his life and journey to America alongside his 12-year-old son, Jesus. After hearing his story for the first time, I asked him if it was okay to record his tellings a second time, and he graciously agreed.
Salimos del 14 de noviembre de 2017 sin rumbo prácticamente, con mi familia, mi esposa, mi hijo de 21 y el pequeño. Tengo aquí, se llama Jesús, Emanuel. Pues salimos por la situación de la violencia que está viviendo nuestro país desde los últimos años. Las gangas, las pandillas se han apoderado de nuestro país. Y no somos los únicos, aún miles y miles de personas, me imagino yo, saliendo a diario. O otras personas que no tienen la oportunidad y mueren. A veces gente inocente, gente que no debe nada. O porque no quiso pues, responder a las peticiones que hacían ángeles de la ganga para cobrar extorsión, pagar extorsión a todos. Tanto al empresario grande, como al microempresario, como al vendedor común y corriente, que es el que se trabaja ganándose la vida diaria. Yo vivía con una extorsión semanal de $50. Eran $200 a la semana que tenías que tenerla. Y si no, pues también ya sabíamos lo que nos faltaba, perder la vida. Y tenía que dar. Yo tenía una pequeña tienda en la cual nosotros subsistíamos y otros trabajos que yo hacía acá. Así es de que un día pues llegaron los mismos, uno que me llegaba a cobrar extorsión llegó y llegaron de la misma pandilla a matarlo dentro de mi casa. Llegaron de 5 o 6 sujetos con armas en las manos y dispararon a quemarropa sobre un tipo que estaba en una silla, así como estoy yo, y quedó así con el rostro deshecho de tanto impacto de bala y del cuerpo. Esos mismos nos dijeron a nosotros que nos daban 5 minutos para salir, si no nosotros nos iban a dejar la misma suerte que él. Con lo que teníamos salimos, con misma ropa. Salimos ese día para acá con rumbo. Primero a San Salvador. Se cierran todas las puertas, que nadie le quiere ayudar a uno. Pero ni aún así yo le dije a mi familia, con fe en Dios vamos para adelante y Dios nos va a ayudar. Salimos desde San Salvador con ruta a Guatemala. Llegamos a la capital de Guatemala. De ahí otros amigos allí en Momotenango, Guatemala, allí duramos 3 días. De ahí a Huehuetenango. De ahí a otro lugar que le llaman Comeján. Y de ahí ya la frontera con Guatemala, México, ya en el sector de Chiapas, que le llaman Gracias a Dios. Todo eso pues nos tardamos casi aproximadamente más de mes y medio para llegar ahí, de día tras día. Ahí nos estuvimos, gracias a Dios, unos 20 días más. Esperando porque no teníamos ya, solo $500. Incómodos, pero te vas a mover, llevar hasta Puebla con $500. Ahí en Puebla llegamos a una casa, los niños que vieron nomás un día, una noche. Como a esta hora llegamos y salimos el siguiente día en la mañana. Allí cara la vida, $20 un vaso de café, $10 de México, un vaso con agua. En fin, pero ahí veníamos nosotros, aguantando hambre por rato. Pero siempre buena, siempre hay gente que se encuentra uno que le ayude, le extiende la mano. Pues la Navidad la pasamos en San Luis Potosí, llegamos el 23. Pues allí llegamos a un lugar de lo que nos movieron para una bodega allí de ese mismo amigo que nos recomendó en el balcón. Pues allí estábamos el 24, duramos hasta el 3 de noviembre, 3 de enero, perdón, de este año. Así fue este día, crucé yo hace 4 días la frontera aquí con Estados Unidos y hoy ya estamos aquí, gracias a Dios.
¿Qué esperas en California?
Pues reunirme con mi familia, de poder que si pudiéramos venir todos y establecer hasta verlos a ellos superar, más que todo a mis hijos, ya nosotros ya vamos para más, pero creo que es el anhelo de todo padre, ver superado a sus hijos, triunfarse. Yo creo que aquí igual, porque aunque sea otro idioma, pero la palabra significa igual, triunfo, llegar a la meta, es triunfar, llegar lo que se puede decir. Esa es nuestra esperanza. Como pueblos latinos de Centroamérica, yo digo que la mayoría de nosotros venimos no por querer venir, porque se nos da la gana. Si con ese dinero que se invierte en venir, pues se puede invertir en El Salvador o en otro país para sobrevivir. Pero el dinero se hace, pero la vida no. Y venimos por el amor a nuestros hijos. Y le damos gracias pues, a ustedes y a los Estados Unidos, pues, sí, porque verdaderamente son la oportunidad que nos dan. Como pobres, pues, porque tampoco como pobres.
He then went on to tell us that he owes everything to God. He told us repeatedly that if it weren't for his faith in God, he would not have made it to America.
This moment, estar with you is agradable, bonito.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about Wednesday, January something or another. We went, first off, we got up, left the house about 8 o'clock I think, 8:15 maybe, and went to Proyecto Azteca, and they had a house there for us to work on. Some of us were painting. Me personally, I did tiling, so we ripped out a bunch of tile that somebody did bad on, and then we were going to redo it, but everybody else was done painting, so we had to go to a different house. And after we went to a different house, and most of us did roofing and like put down new felt paper and started shingling, and others did painting at that house, like with trim and stuff, and they cleaned and picked up garbage, and yeah. And then we went out to dinner.
For the morning, we started off by going back to Proyecto Azteca, and I was one of the kids that helped sort the books that we were going to hand out to the kids and put in the little lending library. And then after that we went back to the colonia that we were having the party at, and we handed out the flyers that we made and put them on the mailboxes, and just that was kind of a way for everybody to know that we were having it.
So Thursday afternoon, we went to the park and ate our lunches for a little while, and then we went to a Catholic church where they were doing a soup supper for local people and local families that needed a meal. We made mole and turkey, which mole is like a Spanish sauce, and there was rice and beans, and it was a really neat experience. Before we all met together and we had a meeting and we talked and we got to meet lots of people, and then we served food, we cleaned up after them, we took their plates, we helped them carry groceries to their car, and overall it was a really neat experience. We were able to sit down and talk with families, and it was one of my favorite times. I know I learned a lot about not only like the people who were eating, but also the workers that gave up their time, and that was just a really neat experience.
I would like to leave this city. This old town don't smell too pretty, and
So Friday we went to the flea market to begin with and kind of looked at all of the things that they're selling there. There's a lot of fruit, really cheap fruit, and it was really good. And then after that we kind of got stuff ready for the fiesta that we were throwing the children at Arise, and we went to a few stores for that. Got some like face paint, finger paint, just like other activities like soccer and stuff like that. And then after that we went over to Arise, got the stuff ready for the fiesta, and we got to hang out with the little kiddos and play with them, and it was just really enjoyable.
don't care if the sidewalk ends. I'll stay unafraid and hold my breath when we jump in. Hey, child, the waters go oh, 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 oh. Stay wild and never get old.
So on Saturday we went to South Padre Island, and so that was about an hour drive from the church, and we first met at the beach, and we were at, you know, beach access number 11, and we had the freedom to like go out and shop and go eat, and we met back a couple hours after. We ate at Whataburger, and it's pretty good. And then we met back around 2:30, and we all like ran into the water, and the water was actually, it was cold, and like it made the, you know, windy beach a little bit warmer, but other than that it really wasn't all that warm, but it was fun because we were in the Gulf of Mexico, so like can't complain. And then we went another hour drive back. We went to a H-E-B. It's like a huge grocery store, which we got lost in and couldn't find frozen pizzas. And then we came back to the church, and now we're all just hanging out, enjoying our last day together fully tonight, and probably going to be playing a lot of games, and it's going to be a good night.
Staying up, playing hard when she came out of the dark. She's got a sugar-coated tongue. She's not fooling anyone. She knows all of my tricks. Fix my heart just for kicks. As I slowly lose my cool, yeah, it treats me like a fool.
Go ahead.
Alright, we're here on the site of the First Presbyterian Church in Mission, Texas, and we are going to give you a tour.
Let's go.
Okay.
First thing you're gonna see here
First thing you're going to see
is our shower.
is our shower.
I just unlocked the van for the RV.
He
Vanny
just
Woodhead
Vanny
is now
Woodhead.
unlocked. Okay.
Vanny Woodhead is unlocked.
Very high tech. No idea how they put a shower in a trailer.
But that is sweet. Anywho, this is where food is made, otherwise known as the kitchen.
Kitchen. Lots of food here. Snacks in the refrigerator.
Drinks. This is what you call a refrigerator. Everything's bigger in Texas, bigger fridge.
In here?
This is a room where everybody just hung out. Actually,
No, just the girls.
nobody really hung out in here.
I don't have the lights. But this is a sleeping room for the girls.
He's right. He's not wrong.
We weren't allowed in here.
Basically, if we walked in, we got yelled at.
Yep.
Anywho,
This is a table.
we stayed up late.
Playing games.
Sitting here.
And
then before we got yelled at.
Ice cream.
This is Coach Lovell. Get him in there. We want to thank him for coming on the trip.
Yep.
What a guy he is.
Okay. In here, we have the main dining room. It also served as another sleeping room for the girls. Lots of segregation going on in here.
You're right.
We weren't allowed to sit with the girls.
We got yelled at.
Okay. Take you outside. This was the guys' playground. And that was the girls' playground. Yeah. How much to see out here?
This is a bench. One time I sat on that. I've never sat on this one.
Nope. Okay, in here we got a little courtyard.
It's called the courtyard.
Got water.
It has water.
And trees.
And some trees and some bushes.
And bushes. No.
And this little like wood thing.
We would stay up late playing games in here. I don't know why, it was super cold.
It was pretty cold. But it's usually because the girls that were asleep got mad at us for being inside.
Yeah.
We came out here.
But yeah, no, we played games out here.
Anywho, let's move on.
That's the girls' bathroom.
Girls' bathroom, I think. I've never been in there. I wouldn't know. Do you want to go?
No, it's okay.
That's the garden meeting room.
Never used that.
Never used this gate.
Never used this gate either.
Oh, I've never done.
This is a
It's a relaxation incendiaries.
Exactly.
this is a gate and it gets held open by a spongy cord.
Yep. And this is the castle classroom.
Otherwise known as the
guys' room.
The guys'
The
room.
men's room.
The men's room. Can you come on in here for a second?
Okay. In this room, we would stay up late, swap manly stories.
Cause in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Yeah, lots of stories, lots of snoring, lots of sleeping. 3 S's. That's what happened in this room.
What about the 4 test?
No segregation in this room.
Oh.
Okay.
On to the next.
Our bathroom was down there.
Our bathroom.
You don't want to see that.
So we didn't have a bathroom in the main area. So whenever we had to go to the bathroom, we had to be segregated and
Walk way over
like,
there.
at least half a mile, all the way over here. Wow.
In the freezing cold.
Yeah. Thought I was gonna die, but I braved it out.
Yep.
I'm still alive. Anywho, this yard right here, we tossed the football around a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Sometimes in the street, but we tried to
Get
stay out of the
better traction
street,
in the
just like our
street,
mama said. Mama said stay out of the street.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd say that's about it.
Good tour.
Okay, what was your favorite part of this trip?
The respite center.
Throwing the party for all the little kids in Colonia.
The respite center.
Playing with the kids at the Colonia.
On Monday, when we went to the border, and we got to experience like what Mexico was like and learn a little bit about their culture by meeting some of the immigrants.
Soup kitchen!
Emily?
Definitely the respite center.
When we were helping with the houses.
My favorite part was watching all the students interact with the people at the respite center.
Being with the students, it was a really good time. And then roofing.
I think the fiesta on Friday was my favorite part of the trip.
Oh gosh, probably the party we threw for the little kids.
Connor Jensen, what was your favorite part of the trip?
Definitely the party.
Seeing the ocean and flying for my very first time.
That's tough. I'd have to go with the Friday because I really liked roofing. And then the party was really fun.
I liked going to the beach and I liked just building the house.
Getting to play with the little kids at the party that we had for them.
So what was your favorite part of the trip?
Just Andra.
Touring the border and playing with all the little kids. It was definitely the respite center where we got to talk with the people who had just cross the border?
Working at the Catholic Church. I really like to party with the kids, get to interact with them, and play games is really fun.
Building the houses.
Soup kitchen.
My favorite part was definitely the party for the kids that we had on Friday.
I'm really mad that Starbucks is
Sell these for a lot on
I feel like I'm going hiking with my tacos and my flannel.
Hallie, what was your favorite part of this trip?
Have you ever had a dream that you
Hold on.
Emma, what was
This pilot's first trip.
Why did you say that?
I'm just kidding.
Why did you say that?
And everyone was coming around and like, Marissa, like, get up. I'm like, no. And I like, oh, I didn't say anything.
Artsy fartsy.
Do you have any brothers or sisters? Go back over there. Brothers.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
There's some smelly shoes.
Those are nice though.
Look at Hallie.
Yes, Hallie, slay queen.
All the girls stomp your feet like this.
What if I put this in my thing? Das Mexico. She had them apple bottom jeans boots with the fur. Looking at her. She hit the floor. Shawty got low. It's in the Reeboks with the string. Mr. Lovell.
Kitty.
Yeah, it'll go.
Just like that.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang.
Come on, work.
Work it, girl. Work it.
The Catholic Church in
Hold up.
Haley. Oh man.
Okay. How good at editing are you?
Oh, I can fix it.
But we got to help finish the roof at the beginning of the day, so that was pretty dope.